Hi, Lou Hinckley here from Daedalus Audio, and I guess we'll call this the COVID-19 special. And I'm not going to talk about our speakers today. What I do want to talk about are some of the accessories that we've developed over the years. First off were these what we call DIDs. That's Daedalus Isolation Devices. These are for underneath electronics. Put them directly in contact with the chassis. And what they do is not only isolate them from gross vibrations, but they dissipate resonances within the electronics, both from outside sources and that the electronics themselves create. This cleans up the sound, and in some cases it's really dramatic. It really depends how effective they are on the piece of gear, the rack, and everything, but in general, underneath sources, phono stages, especially anything digital, DACs, CD players, very effective. Really can be like having a whole new piece of gear. And you can see it's a combination of wood and metal. We've got cherry and brass here, an aluminum case, cherry and brass base, and these ball bearings in the center, and some other little tricks in it. And then we've taken that, we discovered that did not work well, that design with speakers, but the ball bearings really, no, and any movement in a footer for the speaker is not a good idea. But what we have is these speaker isolation devices, and again, this is the same concept here of wood. We've got the cherry, brass, the aluminum case. In this case, it's black anodized. And we have a dimple here for the spike. And I'll talk about the spike. After many years, I was frustrated with not being able to get a really high quality spike at a reasonable cost. So we've designed one, and we have it made here locally in Bellingham, Washington. The body of the spike is stainless steel, very heavy, very substantial. And it has a special brass nut that we've made that's provides a lock-in, so that way you can level up the speakers or amplifiers if you're using it under those. These are available in a 1/4 thread and also an M6 thread. And back to these, again, it really varies if these will be worthwhile or not. We've made them as affordable as we can, and they in some cases it's really wonderful. They open up the sound stage, you get more depth of stage, more isolation, more clarity. In other cases it's not as dramatic. It really depends on the room. So we're very forgiving. I mean, I always tell when people order these, you try it. If it doesn't work for you, you don't feel it's worthwhile, send them back, no problem. And the other thing is these isolation devices got us to design a turntable platform. And you can see it's not that unusual in this solid hardwood. In this case it's maple with walnut. But we inlay large pieces of brass in here, which that different material, what it does is it helps dissipate resonances, because all of these different materials resonate at different frequencies, and so it's kind of like a heat sink for resonances. And we have recesses here for these isolation devices to sit inside. Actually, that's upside down, but and so the unit comes with 4 of the DIDs that are very carefully matched, so they're exactly the same height within a couple thou. And we've had great results with these. They really help with the turntable. Customers have come back and said that's just really brought their table setup to another level. Lastly, is we have these our speaker cables. These are the Daedalus speaker cables. They're made for us by Y-Wires, very high quality, and these are based on the same wire harness technology that we use inside our speaker systems. And this is a very unique wire harness, and it is integral to the sound. And this way you're able to get that same level of quality, wire that same sound from the amplifier all the way through to the driver. They're very open, very transparent. These are not tone control cables, and they've had people with other systems besides the Daedalus speakers just love these. Many people have come back and said this is not just a speaker cable, it's a component, and it makes that big of a difference. So that's just a quick overview of some of the accessories. The COVID, we're spending a lot of time at home, and good time to tweak our systems. So, and everybody's kind of hurting a little bit. So we're going to do a sale, and the details on that, for the COVID sale on accessories will be found on our website, daedalusaudio.com. I think that about covers it, and of course feel free to call or write with any questions. Thanks a lot, and stay healthy.